sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the DQ Pigskin Report. A weekly football show with the head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties. The Center College head coach. Plus an update from the UK football coach. The Pigskin Report. Brought to you by DQ. Happy tastes good. State Farm Insurance. Here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank. Uniquely Kentucky. CC Auto Parts and Service. An Auto Value Certified Service Center. Essity, a global leading hygiene and health company. Now, with the DQ Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
Good Monday evening from the Harrodsburg DQ Grill and Chill. Joe Mathis here. Tim Biggs is here. A host of friends. That's it.
Host a friend.
Yeah, host a friend.
Yeah, he is here, and that's
Joanne
it.
Martin celebrated her birthday out here.
She was here celebrating her birthday at Dairy Queen, as most people should do. Celebrate their birthday at Dairy Queen. Can't think of a better place.
And you can celebrate getting 75% off confetti dipped cones, any size, 75% off. 75% off Under the Rainbow shakes, any size. They're out of the peach cobbler, so we'll have to mark that off. They have got, let's see here, for Sheriff's Department, Police Department, Kentucky State Troopers, 100% discount. They get to eat free.
Awesome.
Courtesy of Barbara Montgomery. That's awesome. Seniors 55 and older get 10% off their purchases all day, every day, except sale items and promotions. That's still a good savings. And you're not limited to a day and a certain time. It's every day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good stuff. A lot of good stuff here. I had a cheeseburger meal, $7 cheeseburger meal, had fries.
I have the chicken strip basket today.
Yeah, bacon cheeseburger. I got to put the bacon in there, too. That's good
stuff. You got the sundae with yours.
I got a sundae and
I got
drink.
a chocolate dipped cone with mine. Love it.
4-3 is what we went last week, Joe.
Winning record?
Yeah.
Take 4-3.
Yep.
So the Falcons' record through 7 games is 4-3, so I'll take it. Could be worse.
It could be 1-6.
Like the
Cleveland
Browns,
Clowns.
exactly.
Yeah.
You hear 4-3, doesn't sound all that bad, does it?
Some people just keep on winning. Some people keep on losing. Poor Danville and Casey.
Yeah.
But,
UK too.
Yeah, UK.
For that matter, some people keep on losing. What about UK? Give up 48 on the road to Florida. And I was talking with someone earlier today, and they said what they thought the turning point in the game was when Florida scored that touchdown in the third quarter, where it appeared the guy did not cross the goal line. And they just turned the lights off at the stadium and shot the fireworks off. And so the referees were almost like, well, they've already shut the fireworks off. Sorry, can't take it back now. They just gave it to him. And Stoops was hot about that, and things just spiraled out of control.
And then they get down the 1 yard line or something, couldn't punch it in.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes. Speaking of which, let's go talk to UK coach Stoops. You got hammered by Florida 48-20. Where's that great defense that was supposed to be your strength?
Now, looking forward to getting back at it. We got another challenge here this week with Auburn. You know, Auburn's a team, you look at the record, and everybody's going to think that it's a bad football team. It comes down to turnovers for them. They're a very good team. Turnover margin's been the big issue. So for us, another big challenge. We got to worry about ourselves and getting better and putting it all together and playing a good football game. There's a combination of things. One or two, like the late one, good coverage, unbelievable catch. I don't know if you saw the catch on TV, but you look at it closely, one-handed catch, very good throw and catch there. I think some of the other ones, I mentioned it briefly after the game, but when they're having the success that they've had in the run game, it opens some things up. Set in particular, we obviously got to play it better, have played it better. Even the same set, same plays, same shots, have played them better in the past, have played them better this year. With the weak side run game out of the unbalanced on one set, you know what I mean? It shortened our cut middle player, you know what I mean? It didn't get as much help on one of them. So it's a combination of things. With the run game, opened up some things. One of the over routes, you look at it on film and really incredible throw and catch. So I want to credit them and DJ for the way he played. His arm talent was quite impressive watching the film. in the way he, could throw off a back foot, throw a little bit unbalanced, change his arm angle, and still drop it over people was impressive. We need to play better. We were close on some, weren't close on others. Just need to play better, and again, credit them for some of the good things they did as well. We have to finish drives. I think, once again, as I mentioned, it's not quite as magnified if we have with the opportunities that we have if we get them in the end zone. No excuse for not getting in on 3rd and short and 4th and short. We got to get the ball in the end zone close, and we got to finish drives a little bit better, and we'll have an opportunity to score more.
UK head football coach Mark Stoops.
Finish drives a little bit better. Better finish drives a lot better.
You better hope the defense plays a lot better, too, than what they did on Saturday.
Yeah, that's supposed to be their strength.
It don't matter how many points you gave up. 48. I don't think Kentucky's going to outscore Florida. Anybody giving up 48 points. Good heavens. Yeah, Kentucky looked ugly on Saturday. And we got more football to talk about, though, here at the Dairy Queen Pigskin Report. Center College did not look ugly. We'll talk about Center College coming up. We've got Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield coming up. Things are rolling in Lancaster. We'll talk with him. And we'll talk about Dairy Queen as well, because we're living life and loving life here at DQ at Harrodsburg, where you can get the Backyard Bacon Ranch Stack Burger. Choose from a single, double, or triple burger patties on that Backyard Bacon Ranch Stack Burger, only at the DQ of Harrodsburg. For the Pigskin Report on 99.5 FM WHBN, 103.9 FM WHIR, and HometownLive.net.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
Saturday night. Kentucky's gonna grab a tiger by the tail.
That's what we're about to do. Go Big Blue.
It's the Auburn Tigers and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM Z105.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
And we're live at the Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill. It's back. Parmesan garlic chicken strip basket, honey barbecue chicken basket. One of the blizzard flavors are Hawaiian, banana, coconut, and pineapple. Tropical, pineapple, pecans, and coconut, and turtle pecan, caramel, chocolate, and chocolate cone coating, and pecans. Don't forget about the $7 meal deal. Original cheeseburger, fries, sundae, and drink, $7. Or 3-piece chicken strip, fries, sundae, and drink, $7. Or the queso cheeseburger, fries, sundae, and a drink, just $7. Your choice. Well, let's head over to Center College now, and Coach Fry, huge win over rival Hendricks, 35-14. Don't you get tired of winning?
No, not really. I don't know if that's a loaded question or not, but no, not at all. I'm thrilled for the kids, and when kids work hard and have a blast playing and come out victorious, that's the objective. So that's good.
Hendricks, Berry, and now Trinity. What a triple header of action.
Buck Buchanan, the head coach, he's very good. The kids play hard. It was a really aggressive game. I mean, it was a hard-hitting game, which is normally every time we play them. There for a while, there for about 5 years, it was Barry, Hendricks, and us. And, now Trinity's in the picture. So that's changed a lot, too. They're very good. So, the conference is pretty well-rounded, strong-wise, in strength. I mean, you got to play well every game. If you don't, you're going to lose. And fortunately, we're playing a little better than our opponents every Saturday.
Did you come out health-wise okay after the game?
No, we're banged up. They're really banged up. I mean, it was, it's just, you're at the 7th game of the season and going into the 6th, going in our 7th game. And, this is just part of the game, I mean, guys are, when I say injuries, they're the type of injuries that take a couple days to recover from, an ankle, a knee, a shoulder, a bruise, a hip flexor, those kind of things that games played. It's a rough game.
It sure is. You got to go to Southwestern at noon on Saturday. Tell us what you know about their offense.
They'll run the ball well. They're big. I think their offense is potent. I mean, up until I watched them play a little bit with Rhodes, and, they ran the ball really well, knocked off big runs, big plays. But other than that, they're going to be probably more run-oriented. They play good defense. I think that's where their strength is, yeah.
And speaking of that, what do they like to do on defense?
They'll always have probably five linemen in the box. I think they mix up their coverages, which I think is pretty good. But I think up front they're strong. They're big. They're like Hendricks. They just play hard. And I think that's. We're kind of banged up on the offensive line, so I'm a little bit concerned about that right now. Hopefully by Thursday before we fly out, we're in good situation. So,
how do you match up special teams with them?
I think they're pretty good special teams wise. I mean, I think the kicker, their kicker is he's kind of off and on. I mean, he's got the distance to go 40 plus, and then he's on and then he's off. They mix up their kicks, so you can't really kind of work hard on a return because they can keep you off balance on that. Their punting is kind of off and on. They had one blocked against Millsaps, and I think that cost them a little bit. Got to play on Saturday. We'll see what happens.
Keys to a center victory over Southwestern Saturday.
We've got to just be consistent, in our play. I mean, we really we get really good at times, and then all of a sudden we kind of stall out. We just got to keep the pressure on them. Obviously the whole cliche of turnovers and big plays, that always plays a difference. Special teams, if you can give them long field, I would feel really good about it if they have to drive the field. So if we can keep them down in their territory, I think that will give us an advantage, on our kickoffs and on our punts. And then hopefully we can get in positions where we're in 4-down territory after a first down or two, and then all of a sudden now you're hopefully, they say, cooking.
Wow, he is cooking. I tell you, he doesn't get tired of winning, Joe.
Center College head coach Andy Fry. No, you can't get tired of winning when you got your name in the stadium, right? You win as many games as you can as Andy Fry at Andy Fry Stadium.
It's interesting. He and the basketball coach,
Greg Mason,
are the most prolific. They've won the most games, respectively, at Center College. Most ever basketball, Greg Mason. Most football ever, Andy Fry.
Yeah.
It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
and they're still going.
They got a lot of years left coaching, too. Yeah, they're going to keep on setting that bar higher and higher every single year.
I don't know if somebody's going to bust that one.
We go from Center College to head coach Spencer Crutchfield at Garrett County, and another team that's winning quite a bit is the Garrett County Golden Lions, winners of 5 straight now. And Coach Crutchfield, you had a kickoff for a touchdown by Jagger Wood that jump-started your team and led you to a 34-6 win over Marion County.
Yeah, we've been very lucky this year. We started fast at home, and I think that's a lot of credit to our guys kind of coming out and being ready to go. And Jagger got his ball and was able to return at 85 yards to start the game off and get our momentum rolling. We kind of never let up from there.
Things kind of hit you all later on after that. I think you're set up for a field goal, chip shot field goal that's blocked, and Marion County takes that back for a touchdown, correct?
they take it back to the 10 and then end up sticking one in there. And kind of, we talked about that, and we got to clean some things up special teams wise. And, some of these younger guys that are on some of our special teams, you have to step up and, kind of play older than they are right now. So that's something we'll have to concentrate on, make sure we're getting cleaned up this week.
As it was 7-6 after that, but you all outscore Marion County 27-0 to win going away 34-6. Big game again from your rushing attack. Malachi Simmons went 20 for 106 and 3 scores, and Jagger Wood, who we mentioned, took a kickoff back for a touchdown, also caught a touchdown too. So the offense overall played pretty well, you think?
Yeah, I mean, we did. We had you can tell there was a little rust there from having a couple weeks off and having a bye week and a couple execution issues. And you got to give Marion County a lot of credit. They bring a lot of pressure, and they got good size and good physicality up front, so they kind of slowed us down at times. But, we were able to kind of figure out what they were doing there the second half and be able to create some big plays for ourselves.
Friday night, Coach, you're heading to Harrodsburg, and what's going to be the biggest game in the area, the battle for the #1 seed in your district, Garrett County versus Mercer County. This is a Titan team that has been dealing with injuries really since the first game of the season. They did get their running back, Braden Boffman, back last weekend, so getting healthier in that regard. Their quarterback, Ashton Drakeford, getting healthier as well. What do you expect to see out of this Mercer County offense?
Well, like you said, they've kind of been beaten, banged up all year, not really had their whole complement of weapons. And, I think they're going to get from, everything we're hearing, they're going to get those guys back. So definitely with those two back kind of creates a little bit more dynamic offense. And, they were already dynamic as it was. So, definitely know we have our hands full, and we got to make sure that, we're trying to make it a physical game and make sure we're trying to win the line of scrimmage, because last year they kind of kicked their tails in all aspects. So, we know they're really well coached, and we know we have a tough test ahead of us.
District-wise, you all and them have really dominated your district. You all are certainly top of the class in your district. Defensively, what do you expect to see out of the Titan defense?
They do a few different things, and they kind of done the last year when we played them. So, they're really good, really talented up front, defensive line. They've got 2 really talented linebackers as well, and they're very athletic in the back end, so they're able to kind of, cover up for any breakdowns they have just because of their team speed and how they close on the football. So, we have to make it a physical football game and, try to win the line of scrimmage, kind of our MO all year. So, they're going to bring pressure, and I'm sure they're going to put a bunch in the box to stop the runs. We just got to match that physicality.
Special teams-wise, Coach, they got a guy in Daniel Butler who they roll out there. He's only 1 for 4 kicking field goals this year, but they have attempted 4 field goals, so they've got trust in him. How do they look special teams-wise?
Yeah, they're really solid, and he has a big leg, and they're just sound, in all aspects, offensively, defensively, and special teams. So, and they're athletic to boot. So, we know we have our hands full. We got to make sure that we're playing all 3 aspects very, very sharp.
Coach, tell us what the mindset is for you all and what it's like for Garrett County football right now. You all are rolling. You've won 5 straight. You're 4-0, I think, at home this year. You haven't lost a game in your brand new stadium. You got the new stadium going your way. You're winning games. You're playing really well. The offense is clicking. The defense is clicking. What's the mindset like in Lancaster right now for those maybe who aren't inside the locker room? How much fun are you all having?
Oh, we're having tons of fun, but you got to think these guys that are seniors this year have taken lumps the last 2 years. So, they've had their share of, down times as well, and, they've just stayed consistent through it all. And I think that kind of shows just, keeping morale even when we didn't have success, as much success as we wanted the last couple of years. The locker room's always been positive, and they've never given up. They continue to come to work every day, and I think that's credit to them and the type of kids they are and just how they continue to grow as a team and how they're pulling along the younger guys as well.
5 wins in a row, all 5. You've scored at least 5 touchdowns, and I'm sure you'd like that again this Friday against Mercer County. Coach, what's the keys to a victory this Friday over Mercer County to snatch that #1 seed in your district?
Well, I think aspect that we keep going along with every week is we've got to win the line of scrimmage, make sure we're the most physical team. And, we can't beat ourselves, can't turn the ball over inside there and on their side of the field, and make sure we limit big plays.
Boy, what a big game this sets up Friday night. Winner take all for the district.
And it appears as if both teams are going to be about as healthy as they can be. If Mercer's got Braden Boffman back, if Mercer can get Ashton Drakeford back too, I mean, he's their last one, right?
Yeah,
I mean, so
they'll be back at full strength if he's back.
I'd mentioned that 2 weeks ago on the preview show, that Friday night, it was good from Mercer County's perspective to have Marion County and Casey County back-to-back because you felt like they were going to win those games even without their best players. So it gave them 2 more weeks to get those best players back before the big game came, which is Garrett County, and that's this Friday. And now hopefully they'll be as healthy as they can be. You know, you don't want any injuries to affect games, so let Mercer be as healthy as they can be. Garrett County is pretty healthy as well, and let's just watch 2 teams battle it out for the number 1 seed in the district.
And I think you get 1 to 2 games. If you win the district, you get 1 to 2 home games.
If you win, you get, assuming you win the first round game, you also get the second round home playoff game. The third round is when the RPI kicks in. But as the 1 seed in your district, if you win the first round home playoff game, you automatically get the second round home playoff game because of the way the districts are seeded, right? 1 plays 4, 2 plays 3, and so as the 1 seed, you would play either more than likely the number 2 seed from your sister district. You're still the number 1 ranked team in your district, so therefore you would have the home playoff game in that second round. So the winner of this one's a big one Friday, and it should be a fun one. We'll have it on WHBN, the Mercer County coverage, and WRNZ with the Garrett County coverage. We'll step aside. We'll come back. Speaking of Mercer County, we talk with Garrett County coach Crutchfield. Now we'll hear it from Mercer County side. That's Coach Craig East. We also have Danville head football coach Frank Parks. It's coming up on the Dairy Queen Pigskin Report. Live from the Harrisburg Dairy Queen. Come join Radio Rick and myself and Tim Biggs here at the Harrisburg Dairy Queen on 99.5 FM WHBN, 103.9 FM WHIR, and HometownLive.net.
CC Auto Parts and Service is the difference. We get it. No appointment necessary. Fast, friendly auto service every time. We'll have you in and out, hassle-free. Brakes, engines, and service of every kind. With free pickup and free delivery. CC Auto Parts and Service is the difference. We get it.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell and Randy Couch. And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
And we're live at the Harrisburg DQ Grill and Show. Again, 75% off confetti dipped cones, any size. 75% off under the rainbow shakes, any size. Let's see, the twin pack sausage biscuits on sale for $2.99. They do check out great deals on DQ mobile app. Different ways to order: DoorDash, curbside pickup, mobile drive-through, mobile to go, web curbside, web drive-through, web to go, breakfast on DoorDash, and just a few of the ways that you can get if you don't want to drive through. Come in to Harrisburg DQ. Well, let's stay right here in Harrisburg and talk to Mercer County Coach East. Another district win over Casey, 44 to Squadouche.
Yeah, we got us a nice win against Casey, and defense got a shutout, so very proud of the effort of our team.
And you got a pleasant surprise back, Braden Boffman.
Yeah, we did get Braden back. He showed himself on the very first play of the game by going 40-plus yards, 4 touchdowns. Pretty impressive run, so happy to have him back.
Oh, and you couldn't have it at a better time. Now, you got another player that's been out. Is there any chance maybe of him coming back Friday for this big district matchup?
We're hoping to get Ashton Drakeford back. If we can get him back, we'll be at full strength. But we need to evaluate him throughout the week, just like we've been doing, see how he progresses, and hopefully we can get him back out on the field.
Everybody else come out okay after the game?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good overall with everything that we're doing and all of our guys coming back healthy.
You able to get a lot of young guys in the game?
We did. Got a chance to play all of our young guys, give them some reps. Not as many reps as we would like to have given them, but they got enough reps.
It's just such a big difference between practice and the game time Friday night lights.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just asking our guys to make sure that we come out this week and practice with great focus and discipline and make sure that we understand the situation and that we're ready to play.
And the situation is that Garrett County comes to Mercer County Friday night. The winner of this game wins the district.
Yep, and that's what it is. And it's right here on our field at Alvis Johnson Field. So we want to put ourselves in position to be district champs. It's got to go through us, and we're playing a good Garrett County team, so we got to be ready.
I know that gives you at least one home game. Does it give you a couple home games winning the district?
I think if you win the district, you get at least the first and the second round. But we're not worried about that. We're worried about Garrett County right now. We're worried about the playoffs at a later date.
You got to win that first one at a time.
That's right.
And Garrett's good. Tell us what you know about their offense.
They line up in the wing tee, and they got a couple players. They do a great job up front. The quarterback is really good as a magician with the ball. And they're going to line up, and they're going to run right at us, and then every now and again, they're going to get some play action and try to take a shot. So we got to be very, very focused and disciplined trying to stop this wing tee offensive attack because the ball can be anywhere. So we got to do a really good job of focusing, reading guard, tackling the football, running to the football from our defensive perspective.
Coach Crutchfield, starting quarterback for Garrett County. So that's his forte, and he's going to have his quarterbacks ready to go. He was a good quarterback.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to have quarterbacks looking good. His quarterback does a great job ball handling and getting the ball out and play action passes. So they're solid. They're 6-2. They're winning. They got a lot of confidence, and we got to be ready to play. If we're not, it's going to be a long night.
What do you think their defense is going to try to do to you?
Well, Coach Hester, he's been a long-time defensive coordinator and has had a lot of success over the years. And I'm expecting him to come out in a 4-4 cover 3 and every now and again some 2 high safeties, but for the most part, on some long down situations and maybe jumping some 3 down. But Coach Hester's a great coordinator. They're going to line up and they're going to do what they do. And we just got to come out offensively and execute. If we don't execute, they'll take the ball away. They'll make a bunch of tackles for loss. They're not beating themselves, so we got to play solid football.
Have you had a chance to look at their special teams any?
Yeah, they're solid. They're solid all the way around. Their kicking game is really good. They got a good kicker and punter. He does a great job of placing the football, so they cover well. They don't make a lot of mistakes in special teams. Again, they're a very well-coached football team, and if we don't come out and play the way we're capable of playing and play with energy and focus and discipline, again, it's going to be a long night because they're a good football team.
Keys to a district win Friday night over Garrett County.
So the keys for us is we got to play harder than they do, more discipline than they do. We got to tackle well. We got to win the special teams battle. We got to win the turnover battle. We got to play harder than they do for 4 quarters, for 4 to 6 seconds every play. And I believe if we do all those things, it'll give us at least a chance to win. All right. Sounds good, Rick. I appreciate you. And go Titans.
Go Titans. There you go.
Mercer County head
Big
coach.
game for
Craig
both
East.
teams.
Let's go from Mercer County to Danville. Talk with head coach Frank Parks of the Admirals. And Coach Parks, Somerset beat you all 42-10, but you did get some early points on an electric play to Trendon Sellers.
Yeah, it was. We had a big play, but Trendon got down there to the 1-yard line eventually and ended up having to settle for the field goal, but we got some points out of it, and that was big for the confidence of the offense to be able to see some points early in the game.
Yeah, and then you get the touchdown later on. It was Jatavian Beasley who ran one in. And, again, getting points and looking at the scoreboard and seeing double digits on Danville's side in the scoreboard column, that's going to continue to build confidence for your offense.
Yes, the last 2 weeks we kind of had a little spark offensively. Doyle probably the first time in a while that we felt like that he improved as a game went on, was able to have some quick passing game, and he continued to improve after he settled in. So we have some positive things across the board offensively the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, one of the things that you mentioned earlier this morning was moving Trenton Sellers as well. I think you said you moved him from the slot to outside. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that helped benefit you all offensively. Is that just because it gives him more room to operate?
Well, I think he was just more comfortable out wide. You know, sometimes in that slot you have to be a little bit more physical in the run game, and I think he just felt a little bit more comfortable right now being out wide. So we just kind of made that transition a couple weeks ago, and we're still able to do some things to get him the ball, but it was a little in the slot, but at times you got to be a little bit more physical in the run game. So I think just moved him out wide to kind of help build his confidence and made him a little bit more comfortable.
Got a long road trip on Friday, Coach. You're heading to Breathitt County to take on the Breathitt County Bobcats, a team that is 3-5 on the year this year. Just got a win over Leslie County, though, 55-21 last Friday. What do you know about this Breathitt County offense, a team that, they like to throw it around a little bit, but a little more run-heavy than they are throwing the ball. What do you know about Breathitt County?
They'll spread it out a little bit. They like to throw the ball around a little bit, but they also will, once they get down into the red zone, they will get into some wishbones, but they like to stay out wide and spread the ball around in the passing game.
Yeah, their quarterback is Miles Holland. He looks, statistically speaking, Coach, like he's more of a pocket passer. He only has 40 rushing yards in the year. Is that what you're seeing too?
Yeah, he likes to get the ball out. Now, he has a little bit of ability to extend plays and run a little bit, but that's not his main thing. His main thing is basically he gets the ball in his hands pretty quickly, and they don't use him much as a runner, as we've seen in the last couple weeks.
Defensively, there have been times this season where Breathitt County's been hit hard defensively by the opposing team's offense. Now, they've played a pretty tough schedule. Played Belfry, played Johnson Central. They played a Hazard team that's pretty good in 1A, so they've played a tough schedule. But what do you see out of this Breathitt County defense?
Well, they fundamentally sound. They in a odd front. They tough up front. I think, playing in space may be a little bit more our advantage against them, but they do a pretty decent job coming down, stopping the run, and playing physical in that odd front. So I think the biggest key for us is try to stay out on the perimeter.
Breathitt County and Danville Friday night. This is only the 5th time all time these two teams have played. First one happened in 1995, and now this one here in 2024. Coach, what's the keys to a victory Friday night over top of Breathitt County?
Well, execution is big, and just the little things on both sides of the ball. Defensively, we have to get those stops when it calls for it, get off the field in third down situations, and we got to continue to improve offensively, kind of score some points, execute and be able to score some points.
Have you all figured out, Coach, the schedule for Friday night, what time you're leaving, and how long do you expect the bus ride to take to get there?
Yeah, so we have a charter bus, so it's probably about a 2-hour or so trip, so we're going to leave as soon as possible right after school. So hopefully get out here around between 3:30 and 3:40.
There you go, 3:30, 3:40. Long bus ride for Danville.
Taking a
well,
charter
if they lose,
bus.
it's a long bus ride back, too.
Yeah, about a 2-hour trip is what Coach Park said, and that's, that car. So I'd assume it'd take a little bit longer, a charter bus. So it's going to be a long night for them.
Kids could come in to DQ on Halloween and receive a treat and a coupon.
Ooh, my type of trick-or-treating right there.
Yeah, celebrate special occasions with the DQ Blizzard cake, Oreo, Reese's, or chocolate brownie extreme. Pecan mudslide, caramel, hot fudge, pecans, DQ soft serve available. Frozen hot chocolate. I've never tried one of those. Have you?
No, I have not, but they actually have it on a sign up there. I've been looking at it. It looks just like a milkshake of some sort, and I guess that's what it is, but it's hot chocolate flavored.
Country ham sandwich. I got that a couple weeks in a row. 2-piece country ham, mayo, lettuce, and tomato on a bun or Texas toast. served all day. I got to get it on Texas toast.
Yeah, you always get it on a bun.
I got
you
a
Texas
bun.
toast that thing.
Grilled cheese sandwiches, as Goober would say, served all day. Breakfast hours are 5 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. every day. Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill. Military, you get 50% off at your Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill. All right, Joe, I guess that is going to take us to our final break. And we come back, we'll have Lincoln Coach Rogers, Boyle County Coach Haddix. You are getting the DQ Pigskin Report live on 99.5 WHBN, 103.9 FM WHIR, and stream live at hometownlive.net.
Are you considering a new home purchase or maybe a remodel? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Jason Tyler. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Harrodsburg. As part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-734-3316 and let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank is Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
At CC Auto Parts and Service, we take pride in meeting needs of our customers. The agricultural folks in Mercer County will be in full swing, preparing their crops for harvest. Michelle Kokenair brings expertise and many years' experience in the farm machinery parts business. Stop by today or call 734-9515, 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
Mike Gay here. Everyone at SD is cheering for our local high school teams this season. We're proud to be a sponsor and are rooting for your success both athletically and professionally. Good luck. Have a great season. And from SD in Harrodsburg and Danville, we're behind you all the way. For more information about our commitment to making the world a healthier, more hygienic place and learn more about our job opportunities, visit sd.com/careers. That's ESSITY.com/careers. sd.com/careers.
Saturday night. Kentucky's gonna grab a tiger by the tail.
That's what we're about to do. Go Big Blue.
It's the Auburn Tigers and your Kentucky Wildcats.
The pregame show starts this Saturday evening at 5:30 with kickoff at 7:45.
It's all right here on your home for the Cats and the hits is WRNZ FM Z105.
And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
Live here from the Dairy Queen in Harrodsburg, where you can stop by and get the brand new Parmesan garlic chicken strip basket, the honey barbecue chicken strip basket, or just the regular chicken tender chicken strip basket, which is what I got today for dinner. It has the cup of gravy with it, French fries, and Texas toast. And you can get that here at the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg. Let's go to Stanford, talk with Lincoln County head football coach Levi Rogers. Coach Rogers, it was a 41-0 loss to Boyle County, but I'm seeing people on Boyle's side saying that you all play with great effort.
Our guys just play hard. I think that's kind of more of maybe where some of it was coming from. I mean, we fought and we battled and, made them drive the football. A few times they had some big plays here and there on us. It's hard to keep those guys in check the whole time. But, we just fought, we battled. I was proud of my guys' effort. It was, they're a really tough football team. Kind of, it's hard to match up with those guys.
Well, you had a pretty hefty drive in the third quarter, Coach. I'm not sure I remember one that took off nearly the entire third quarter clock where you all just continued to run it down the throat of Boyle County and keeping the clock moving and first down chains moving. And I think it was 11 of the 12 minutes of the third quarter clock you all had the football in.
Yeah, the clock was moving. So, I mean, it was a good drive for us. I can't remember exactly how many plays we drove all the way down there and then ended up making some mistakes there inside the 5-yard line to not score. But, it was a good drive, positive drive for us. Boyle had some second-string guys in there, but, I was just happy to see my guys. We didn't quit. We kept battling. Even when we brought some young guys in, we were battling back. So, happy with the overall effort. We just got to continue to get better to kind of, work towards getting that level that Boyle's on right now.
And that culminates this Friday, Coach, and it's pretty simple. You win and you're in terms of the playoffs as you travel to Taylor County to take on the Taylor County Cardinals in the final district game of the regular season. So let's talk about this Taylor County team, Coach, that comes in with a 4-4 record, starting off with their offense. What do you know about the Taylor County offense?
They got some speed, a little bit of, speed in different spots on their offense. They all kind of go how the quarterback goes. He's a really athletic kid, they have some inside, outside runs, and then he'll kind of pull it and do some read stuff off of all of it, and he's a really explosive athlete. So if he gets some seams and space, he can take it all the way. So we got to make sure that we're disciplined on defense, make sure we understand what kind of reads and what things he's kind of looking at there. Make sure we play good, sound, our responsibility type football because, if you give him a crease, he can go. So we got to make sure we're sound and make sure we tackle.
Yeah, they look like a two-headed monster. You mentioned their quarterback, Jaquan Coulter, who leads them in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. They also have a young man, wears number 1, Braxton Abram, who leads them in carries, 141 carries in the year, 688 yards and 6 touchdowns. And they've scored 18 of their 19 rushing touchdowns this year. So is that basically what you're seeing, Coach, this two-headed monster between Coulter and Abram?
Yeah, the Abram kid, he ran the ball a little bit, for him last year. He would come in for, spells some of the Peyton Smith, the guy they had last year. It's at Frederick Douglass now. But, the Abram kids can run. He's another one, too. You give him a seam. He can fly. He can break tackles. He's a really good football player. And then the Coulter kid, he's a kid that came in. He did play wide receiver for him, and Coach Parkey's son got hurt early in the season or in one of their scrimmages. So, they've been kind of figuring some things out with him at quarterback, and he's gotten pretty comfortable back there because he does a good job with their read stuff and, their quarterback run game.
Defensively, Coach, they've had games where they've given up 54, 48, 35. They've had games where they've given up a touchdown or less versus LaRue County and then last week versus North Laurel. So I'm sure the defense will be feeling good after the 27 win last Friday against North Laurel. What do you expect to see out of the Taylor County defense?
Their defense does a good job. They got some speed. They're aggressive up front. They kind of base out of a 4-4, and they'll bring some pressure in different places. Coach Harris, I think, does their defense. He coached at Mercer for a long time there and does a really good job. I got a lot of respect for Coach Harris. So they'll be ready to go. He gets them fired up. He keeps those guys. He definitely brings some energy to the table. So I know they'll be fired up, ready to go. They know as well as we do. It's whoever wins goes to the playoffs, and the other one goes home. So it'll be a physical battle on Friday night.
How do you handle the pressure essentially from a game like this? And I mean, you want to play in high pressure games because the higher pressure games there are means probably you're moving further along in the playoffs, right? But how do you handle this pressure packed game, biggest one of the year for you all? And what do you tell your kids before they step foot on the field on Friday night?
I've just told her guys, y'all understand the situation. I told them after the game, on Friday night, go ahead and get it in your mind. No reason to be scared of it or anything like that. This is why we play the game. You want to see what you can do against the tough teams and when it matters the most, So we got to be locked in all week. We got to go to work, make sure we're focused all week, have the best week of practice we've had all year, and then bring it to the field on Friday.
Lincoln County head football coach Levi Rogers. Coach, what is the keys to a win on Friday to get that win over Taylor County and secure yourself a playoff berth?
On defense, it's doing our job and tackling. They got explosive kids, so we got to make sure we can get them on the ground, make sure they don't hit, limit the big plays from the quarterback and the running back. And then on offense, we got to execute. We got to make sure we block up front. We got to make sure we know our assignments, and we can't shoot ourselves in the foot when we get down there in the red zone.
Well, I'll tell you what, tale of two cities. Lincoln County started out a house fire, went 4-0. Now they've lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, and some of their losses been super close. They lost, I think Russell County by 2, 32-30. Lost by 7 to Wayne County. And then they've had, some other games that were pretty close. Earlier in the year, they ended up winning 27-20 over Garrett, 17-14, a win the second week of the season. So they've been on both sides of that. But got to win Friday. You win, you're in. You lose, you got one more game after that, but you're not in the playoffs if you're in that 5-team district, right? If you're in a 4-team district, you automatically get in.
Yeah.
You're in a 5-team district, only 4 can go, so one of them has to sit in home.
And that's why the system is broke. You reward a team going 0-10 with a playoff berth. That should never happen. They need to do something. That's just not fair to other teams. That maybe 5-5, 4-6. But you reward a team that went 0-10 with a playoff berth.
Yeah, I guess
you either got too many districts, or you need to reach out to another district to bring a team into play.
Maybe a more reasonable thing is you just take the top 2 teams from each district. I mean, then you cut out the entire first round of the playoffs, which is usually blowouts anyway.
Yeah, then they're not competitive.
So, but I know teams that finish 3rd and 4th in the district, more oftentimes than not, they want to be in the playoffs. You may have to travel far away and more than likely going to get beat, but at least you're in the playoffs, and that's what Lincoln County wants to do here. And I think if Lincoln County wins on Friday, they would play Corbin in the first round of the playoffs. So that would be a really tough one for them, but you are in the playoffs, so your season goes at least extended one more week.
Yep. And the team that's got the longest winning streak in the state, Boyle County, I think it's 28 in a row. And Boyle coach Haddock's another running clock, another district win, 49-0 over Lincoln County.
But like we went over there, got started a little slow with the onside kick, but once we got rolling, showed some good things that we did. Just got to continue to keep getting better.
Did that onside kick, and then you did a couple back, so it was kind of interesting going back and forth watching that take place.
We were able to get a couple of them too, and just offensively, just getting possessions. Those are the things when you get in games like that, you got to get on there and score early.
Boy, and a game, a couple of touchdowns for Tavy, and Maury sure had a big game too, a lot of rushing yards.
Yeah, he did. They know they're not going to get many touches in those games, so they better get after it. And when they get it, that's what they did.
Yeah, I like that new little wrinkle you threw in too at receiving. Austin Bodner, making him more of a feature receiver.
Austin's really stepped up and played well in practice, and he's gotten the games. He's made most of his opportunities, and he's got great hands and got a pretty good feel for running routes, and gives us something else. Him and Jakeem and Linden, you lose Gio, and then you kind of get those guys to rotate around and get the ball to.
I know one injury right there before the halftime, right under your sideline, Guy Turner. What's his status?
I think he's going to be fine. Just kind of got beat up at that point, but I think he'll be fine.
Well, he took a shot. I know that.
Pretty good shot.
Yeah. Everybody else pretty healthy, ready to go?
Yep. Everybody's ready to go.
Other than Gio.
There's a slight chance we might get him back. So
really? You got to go to Wayne County. They're 7-1. What do you know about their offense?
They like to run the football, and the quarterback is a main guy in that. He does a good job of – he gives you numbers. When your quarterback runs it, you got 10 blockers. So they do a good job of him, and he's a tough kid. And when that guy's running and throwing, it makes it tough to defend. A dual-threat quarterback gives people a lot of problems.
What about their line? Have they got pretty good size on their offensive, defensive lines?
They've got a really good left tackle. His brother played last year, and I think this kid's going to be a junior. He's 6'5", 200. I think he's number 52. 6'5", probably 225, 230. He's a good-looking kid, plays hard on both ways.
What about defense? What do you think they're going to try to do to you?
They run what they run. They run their scheme, and it's kind of like the old school. Rockcastle used to run it a lot. Now they run it. They stack the box and want you to throw it, do some different things of taking the run away. So lining up in the box and getting hat on a hat is going to be good for us.
What about special teams? How do you match up there?
We should be fine in that area. We just got to continue to improve. It's got to be a more of a game thing for us. We've got to do a better job. It's got to be a weapon, with our guys.
Coach, are you happy with the progress from day one to now with your offense?
I don't know if we're ever truly happy, but we've got a long way to go. We've not played our best game yet. We've got to come out and continue to work and get better. I think we've got a lot of potential to continue to improve and hopefully be playing our best in the playoffs.
Well, Baylor Murphy's done everything I think you've asked of him, and he's not turned the ball over.
Yeah, he's done a good job taking care of the ball. Now sometimes he holds on to it a little too long, but he's done a good job taking care of the ball and getting the ball to our guys, letting them go play.
Happy with your defense?
Yeah, I feel like our defense has played well. Looking at it, we've played well as far as doing what we're doing. We had a great shutout last week, and we just continue to get better. And we've got some young guys that played really well. Seneca Driver played really well, who had been struggling a little bit, and he turned it on last week. So we've got a lot of guys that can play there, and we just got to continue to be working and getting better.
Special teams, what do you think about them right now?
Our kickoff, it's hard. We've got to return the ball. And when they're not kicking it deep to us, obviously we've got to recover. We've lost a few onside kicks, and we practice that a lot, and that's why it's frustrating doing what we're doing when we give that up. So some things we got to improve on there, and then our return game, and then our kickoff of pinning them deep. We've done a better job here lately, but that's going to be big when big games come.
Last question, Coach. What's the keys to a Boyle County District win over Wayne County Friday night?
We got to stop the run. That's going to be a big thing. Got to stop their quarterback. You got to take care of the ball. You can't turn it over and win the special teams battle. Thank you. Go Rebels.
There we go. Justin Haddix. 28 games in a row, Joe, in Wayne County. Probably should be number 29. Of course, anybody can be in anybody on a given night. That's why they play the game.
About one Wayne County memory. First of all, it's a deceptively long drive down there to Wayne County.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half.
You and I did that once.
Yes, yeah.
When I got to Wayne County, it was a baseball game. It got rained out, turned around, we had to drive all the way back.
Right across the Wayne County line, we had to turn back around, pulled in someone's driveway and turned back around and drove back home. We were actually there for baseball this year, for the region baseball tournament this year. That's where Boyle County baseball and was it Mercer County, I think, also? I can't remember. It's called so many games, you kind of get lost in it.
Yeah.
The one Wayne County memory I have, I went down there for a football game. Danville Wayne County played. We went down there. Wayne County was winning like 27-0. This was like in 2018, 2019. And they had Braden Sloan at Wayne County. He was a running back, went to EKU, was a phenomenal player. And they were just drilling Danville. And then lightning came. And it would not stop lightning. It was raining a little bit, but it was more just like lightning for a show. And they can't play if lightning's every 30 more minutes every time a lightning flash is seen. And we were down there for about 2 hours. We played one quarter of football. Danville was down like 27-0 or second quarter or something like that. And finally, lightning came, but wouldn't stop lightning. And they just called the game, went home, and the game never happened. Right, because they didn't play the game. So the score didn't count. It's not like you even made it to halftime. They couldn't count a score where you only played a quarter and a half.
Wow.
So it was the game that wasn't. And I was down there, and it was Braden Sloan played great, and Danville wasn't playing all that great, and Wayne County was good that year, too. So it was kind of expected they were going to win that year. Danville was down. And it was the game that wasn't. Yeah. A lot of games that will be this weekend. On Friday night, Boyle County is at Wayne County. Our coverage begins at 7 o'clock on Z105. Danville's at Breathitt County. 7 o'clock coverage, 7:30 kickoff on 103.9 FM WHIR. Garrett County is at Mercer County. Mercer coverage begins after 7 on 99.5 FM WHBN. And then the Garrett County coverage begins after 7 o'clock on HometownLive.net and delayed on Z105. And then Saturday, Auburn and UK, 5:30 pregame, 7:45 kickoff on Z105.
And Center College plays at Southwestern at noon o'clock.
There you go.
And Anderson is at?
Anderson is at Woodford County. Lincoln County is at Taylor County.
All right. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back here again, Harrodsburg DQ, next Monday. Thank you, Robert, for spinning the dials. Have a great week. It's been another live sports presentation of the Hometown Radio Network. Get us out of here, Robert.
This has been the DQ Pigskin Report, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agents, CC Auto Parts and Service, Whitaker Bank, Essity, DQ. Join us every Monday evening at 6 during the football season for the Pigskin Report on the Hometown Radio Network and hometownlive.net.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.5. Now, the news.
It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Brian Shook. Vice President Harris and former President Trump are back on the campaign trail with Election Day quickly approaching. Harris will